the story of a highly secret society, pulling the strings and controlling the course of world events.
What is the Illuminati?
People that did for sure exist and were part of a secret organization called the Illuminati.
They supposedly control the world. They separate nations, create wars, cause wars, impact wars, control the bank, and even the media. Basically, they are a group of people, an organization with all the resources in the world, and they dictate the fate of humanity. In this episode, we ask ourselves, has the Illuminati infiltrated Dota 2? This episode is a very imaginative one, and perhaps a funny one. This is Crystalis Dota, and we simply talk about Dota and make it entertaining, fun. So without any delay, here's the story. From the history of Dota 2, esports began growing. It has been spreading like chickenpox, uncontrollably getting big. Its revenue is beyond anyone's imagination, seriously. This game was created from a custom map in Warcraft, and now look where it has gone. It has already surpassed the amount of revenue generated by its birth father. Dota 2 makes more money than Warcraft. This is very odd, and perhaps it is a little fishy. Some things in life are coincidences, and others are not. Let's take the bombings on Pearl Harbor as an example.
Surprise attack on the US Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor. Thousands die in one of the most devastating defeats in military history.
Some say it was Japan that attacked the docks, but others say it was a conspiracy. They say that it was done by the American government to force the American public to be in favor of war. It also gave the green light to drop the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan.
Nuclear launch detected.
The Manhattan Project was even cooked up at one of those meetings in 1942, which led to the creation of the atomic bomb.
And eventually it ended the World War II. The dominance of the Americans had been implemented. Similar to the way, let's say in Dota 2, the $6 million slam impacted TI8. Anyways, the point is that the Illuminati was a group said to be the ringmasters of all of us. They have manipulated these countries and folks to fight one another and ultimately give more power to the banks and to themselves, to their group. After World War II, although there was depression, life, as we all know, had changed, and the people had no clue what was going on. They were puppets. Likewise, once Dota 2 and the international tournaments were in play, implemented, and they started to roll in revenue, money, the big investors, and the Illuminati started to notice. They began to simply decide the fates of TI and its history. Yeah, I told you, this is an imaginative story, so I hope you can smile. The main reason why we say the Illuminati has infiltrated Dota is because the way the international has been won, the way the future is controlled. Look at this. In TI1, the first TI, Na'Vi won it. In the second TI, the TI2 International 2, IG, a Chinese team won it. In TI3, Alliance won it, a Swedish team. Then in TI4, again, a Chinese team named Newbie wins it. Then in TI5, EG, the Americans win it. In TI6, China wins it again. Then lastly, in TI7, Team Liquid wins it. Now, I don't know if you guys are noticing the pattern, the trend, but there is an obvious one. Yes, quite vividly, there are some sort of game or manipulation being done here. We're asking a question. Look at this. Look at what the trend is. Every even year TI, meaning TI2, TI4, TI6, it was won by a Chinese team. Now, why is that so? Perhaps this is an indication that the Illuminati are now more associated with China. Perhaps they have resources and investments within China, and therefore they want Chinese esports in particular to reign supreme, to have more dominance. Maybe their ringmasters have even taken over China low-key. Who knows?
But have been pulling strings here on Earth since ancient times.
Right after World War II, the extremist anti-communists believed that the Illuminati were a group of communists who controlled the world.
This is a mystery indeed. Hit that music. Now, I know some may say that, hey, Crystalis, this is pure luck or coincidence. Your story doesn't make any sense. And yeah, that might be true, but seriously, what happens if this year another Chinese team wins TI8? Now think about it. Why do Chinese teams come out of nowhere? This whole year we have not seen any real Chinese team dominating, but why do they come out of nowhere and always win an even-numbered international? Why does this happen? That's the point of the story, to make you question. Even though it may be due to pure luck, some things in life remain to be mysterious indeed. With that being said, this is a story on how and why the Illuminati have infiltrated Dota. They are controlling the fate of the TI winners and ultimately the way the money is rolling into esports. Until next time, this is Crystalis Dota out. By the way, I did tell you from the beginning it was an imaginative story, so I hope I made you smile with this one. Anyways, I'm out.
A new order for the human race under the domination of Lucifer and his followers.
Some people said it was responsible for orchestrating the attacks of September 11th.
If you like this story, make sure you check out my other videos. You might find something interesting. Anyways, I'm out.